In a recent phone call, former U.S. President Donald Trump spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin. During that conversation, Putin promised to send a document, a so-called peace memo, outlining what Russia wants for a ceasefire in Ukraine. But it's been over a week, and the United States still hasn't received anything from Russia, according to White House sources. Now, Trump is reportedly angry and may move forward with new sanctions on Moscow. Plans for these sanctions have been in place for a few weeks, but so far, Trump hasn't approved them. However, after a recent deadly wave of missile and drone attacks in Ukraine, he said he's absolutely open to the idea. On Sunday, Trump said about Putin, "He's killing a lot of people. I don't know what's wrong with him." Then on Truth Social, Trump warned Putin that if it weren't for him, really bad things could have already happened to Russia. He said he's playing with fire. The situation heated up even more when Dmitry Medvedev, a Russian official, responded on X, formerly Twitter, warning that the only really bad thing is World War III. Trump's envoy, Keith Kellogg, fired back, saying, "Stop the war and send the peace memo you promised a week ago." While Trump considers whether to apply the sanctions, sources say he's also worried that doing so might scare Russia away from any future peace talks. In their call, Trump told Putin that Ukraine and Russia should talk directly to work out a peace deal, and that Europe and the U.S. could help if needed. After the call, Trump posted that only Ukraine and Russia should decide the conditions for a ceasefire. The peace memo was expected shortly after the first round of face-to-face peace talks in Turkey, but nothing has come yet. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio had a separate call with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, where Lavrov said Russia was working on a document that outlines their peace terms. On Tuesday, Russia's foreign ministry confirmed that they are still writing the memo. They said it would cover things like the timeline for peace, temporary ceasefires, and basic terms for negotiation. Once ready, it will be sent to Kiev. But Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky isn't buying it. He says Putin is just playing games. Back in the U.S., both Democrats and Republicans are pushing Trump to take action. Senator Richard Blumenthal and Senator Lindsey Graham are working on a bipartisan bill that can impose harsh sanctions on Russia, including massive tariffs on countries buying Russian energy. Over 80 senators already support the bill. Some U.S. allies like Germany, France, and the UK also support the idea of tougher action. Still, during a recent call with European leaders, Trump said he wouldn't join them just yet in applying new measures on Russia. He believed that if sanctions are threatened too soon, Russia might stop talking. French President Emmanuel Macron said he hopes Trump changes his mind. According to Macron, Putin's peace talk was just a lie, and Trump's recent frustration might lead him to finally act. For now, the world waits to see if Russia will send its memo, if Trump will impose sanctions, and if there's any real hope for peace in Ukraine.